Now, I was not expecting this, guys, but I finished Small Town Horror by Ronald Malfi. Did go out of town, had a lot of reading time, and this is not a particularly long book, and if you know what Ronald Malfi books are like, real page turner, you can just keep going really, really fast. So I already have one of my May reads done, in the last week of April here, so that was unexpected, but all things like that with unexpected, which I'll talk about more in a minute. But as for this, yes, Ronald Malfi continues to do nothing but post W's for me. It was really, really good. And I am stunned at how bleak the ending is. Let's put it that way. It's one of those where it uses that kind of formula that I love with like It or something, where you got the childhood friends who have to come back and solve a problem as adults. But this is kind of feels like a mix of that and I Know What You Did Last Summer, because they did something, that they don't talk about, that they just decided to keep a secret when it happened when they were kids. And when you find out what it is, you're going to feel a lot of similarities, because it even takes place here in a harbor town, just like how I Know What You Did Last Summer. So you get a lot of those vibes, but not quite in the teen teen horror comedy. I don't even know what you call it, Know What You Did Last Summer at this point. Unintentionally funny, but you're going to get a lot of those vibes, but in the Malfi kind of style, where you're going to get to know about this town, you're going to get to know what makes these characters work a little bit, and about the relationships. And there are some things it's like, okay, is this supernatural? Is this all in their heads? What's going on here? And when you get the revelation, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, wow. I think this would be one of those, if you go back and read it now, knowing what was going on, it might be a different experience for you. I don't know. But yeah, this much more so. This is still doesn't top Black Mouth for me. This is probably my second favorite Ronald Malfi book, though. This is it's just a little bit more what I'm looking for of his style, a little supernatural horror, much more than the crime story. This is still very much got some of those whodunit kind of mystery things, and you will have your own theories. I think you should go through, because I went through several of them. I was like, okay, I know what's going on here, and I was wrong, I was incorrect, but definitely stays one of my favorite horror, maybe my favorite modern horror author right now. If I was doing a power rank, because I think Ronald Malfi is at the table, he's in the discussion for authors that are writing horror stories right now. I go to a bookstore and they've got a new book out. I'm probably picking up Ronald Malfi first in the horror section, because this guy is just, he's writing exactly what I want to read in modern horror, I think. And this is just no exception, no exception. Very, very good mystery, has some seriously creepy vibes. There were literally some moments where I was like, oh my God, like if you grew up in a place where they have, like, I'm in Texas now, we don't have basements here, but I grew up in Atlanta where we did have basements, and I was terrified of my basement as a kid. If you have those kind of things, this will get to you in a few places. There is a very creepy cellar basement kind of scene that comes up several times in this book, and it really will give you, like, what's in the corner over there? It will give you those scary vibes if you're looking for that. I think this might be the scariest book of his that I've read, and it's very much a mystery. You kind of want to get to the bottom of what exactly happened here and what's happening now. Is this really happening? Are they being paranoid? Are they going crazy? What's going on? But it's really, really good. Really good vibes in the horror community, I think, for Ronald Malfi, and I am joining that and seeing now this is the author that I think I should have listened a lot earlier when Stephen King fans are recommending to me, because he is definitely up there in the discussion right now for me for favorite horror author. And I can't recommend him enough, and I can't wait to read more of him in June, because I am planning to do like one a month now, going to the end of the year. As long as I don't have a real stinker, I think I'm going to kind of keep going with that. And at this point, I'm starting to think, I feel like his worst story is probably going to really still hit for me. I just think he's a storyteller that I'm really vibing with. And I think you might too, if that's what you have been looking for.